7 million years ago, deep within the dense tropical forests of Central Africa, hid a highly vulnerable lineage. Moving quietly through the morning mist, a small family group navigates the heavy undergrowth. They stand barely 1.2 meters tall. Their bodies are completely unarmored, lacking the sharp fangs, heavy claws, or the muscle mass of apex predators sharing their environment. They have no clothing, no metal tools for defense, no controlled fire, and no complex language to coordinate. They are Sahelanthropus tchadensis, one of the earliest recognizable branches on the human evolutionary tree. Looking at this fossilized skull, we identify traits linking them to us, the heavy brow ridge and relatively flat face. But true evolutionary evidence lies at the skull's base. The foramen magnum points downward, requiring a vertical spine to support it. With no natural armor or sharp claws, this emerging bipedal ability was their primary physical advantage in a daily gauntlet of survival. To meet their daily caloric needs, they are locked in a continuous search for fruits, roots, and insects, extracting every single meal entirely by hand. Walking on two legs allows them to multitask. Their strong hands remain free to carry gathered food while simultaneously clutching their dependent infants. Eventually, this constant foraging forces them to the most dangerous location in their territory, the shallow rivers where they must hydrate. The water's edge conceals ancient crocodiles, ambush predators perfectly adapted to strike from below the murky surface with zero warning. The water erupts, the hominin family scrambles backward in a split-second reaction to the splashing jaws. Their bipedal stance gave them an elevated line of sight, allowing the adults to spot the subtle ripple in the water milliseconds before the attack. Escaping the riverbank is a direct result of their evolving upright anatomy, providing early detection. Following the ambush, the family executes an immediate tactical retreat, climbing into the dense, protective cover of the forest canopy. But the trees harbor their own threats. An ancient, saber-tooth-like leopard silently tracks their movements through the branches. This schematic compares Sahelanthropus to a modern human. Notice the elongated arm bones and gripping hands built for efficient climbing. While their bent spine makes ground running inefficient, in the trees it acts as a coiled spring, transferring kinetic energy to propel them upward. High in the canopy, the adult male holds a tense, silent standoff against the apex predator. The leopard has the raw power, but the hominins have the advantage of weight. They use their arboreal agility to maneuver quickly across fragile branches that simply cannot support the massive cat. Sahelanthropus navigates a very narrow transitional niche. They survive by walking upright on the forest floor, yet retaining the ancient ape-like evasion tactics required in the canopy. As evening approaches, a violent tropical thunderstorm batters the canopy, instantly dropping the temperature across the forest as night falls. Complete darkness brings out packs of ancient hyenas, circling the forest floor and isolating the hominins in the trees above. Without fire or the ability to construct a shelter, their ultimate defense is each other. They rely entirely on extreme social cohesion, huddling closely beneath the massive roots of ancient trees. Tight family bonds, mutual protection, and shared body heat compensate for their complete lack of technological innovation against the cold and the dark. Morning light finally pierces the canopy. The family engages in gentle grooming, reinforcing the social trust that kept them alive through the night. Standing semi-upright on a fallen log, an adult male scans the wide, open expanse of the African grasslands at sunrise. Millions of years later, modern researchers would hold the fossilized remnants of this exact species, piecing together the timeline of their precarious existence. Every successful act of foraging, every dangerous predator evaded, and every single infant protected secured this highly vulnerable bloodline. The survival of this small, defenseless family stepping out toward the savanna represents the very first footsteps leading to modern humanity.